Well, good morning, day 3. Bit of a rolly night here last night, but other than that it was quite pleasant. Certainly didn't move anywhere. The winds picked up overnight about 15-16 knots from the north. Our neighbours are just leaving now, and other two neighbours they're out of bed because I've seen them turn their lights off. But we're going to head down, try and make it to Keppel Bay today. It's about a 12-hour run, about similar to yesterday, a bit less. But here we are, it's just on 6 o'clock in the morning, so we're going to weigh the anchor and head off. I'll put you over to time lapse, I think, and you can see us getting going. Well, these are the sort of moments that you enjoy doing this sort of thing. Sun rising over Middle Percy Island. The big one's not Middle Percy, the one right in the background there, the sun is. What a beautiful day. Unfortunately it's going to be a little bit more rolly today, I think, while we get in the obligatory sunrise shot. Our neighbours following us down. Should be a good day. Well, we're getting closer anyway. Only left early 2 days ago.
Whoops, whoops. The drunken sailor. Oh my goodness. The cat.
We've had to, oh, the catamaran. We've had to, oh, the other sailing boat's leaving. Forget what I was going to say now.
Sorry.
That island's got a tail on it.
I do.
A very erect tail.
It's an erectile.
Oh, there's going to be about another 8 hours of this.
Yay.
So if we get some more whales, we'll let you know.
We'll go and take.
Well, I've got a bit of a beef with the barometeorology. This isn't what was shown on the brochure. We've got probably a metre, maybe a metre and a half of swell. We're in a following sea, but it's not.
Who's it following?
Following us, darling.
That's not.
This is what's called a following sea.
Yeah, no.
We've got the wind behind us and the swell behind us, so it's following us. And we've got the other two boats, one over there and one way back in the distance over there, that we were anchored with last night. But yeah, it's a bit rolly, as you can see. I've got my prototype stabilisers down in the lazarette, which I might take out this afternoon. We decided to shorten our journey for the day today, given the conditions that were a bit unexpected, and we're going to head for the Duke Islands, I think they're called. Where are we? Yeah, the Duke Islands. So we're going to go in there and see if we can anchor up for the night. And tomorrow is supposed to be a lot better conditions, variable apparently. So we'll see how variable that is. But anyway, we'll put up with this on your behalf, and we'll see you in a few hours. Well, it certainly appears like quite a pleasant little anchorage all to ourselves here. Lovely sandy beach. We're at low tide in about 8 metres of water. Just off the bottom of Hunter Island, I think it is. Yeah, Hunter Island. We're just in this little bay in here. It's quite pleasant. A little bit of roll, so I'll probably put the floppers out. But yes, just getting too old for this rock and roll stuff while we're travelling. Got plenty of time on our hands, so let's put it to good use and relax. We've just weighed the anchor There he is, right there. Right in front of us. Kylie's down there, taking in the sights. Pretty special moments. As I said yesterday, it's pretty hard to get sick of this. Well, we're, what, an hour into the trip, done 7.52 nautical miles. Much better conditions today. Even suits Kylie. There she is, listening to the ABC on the radio.
Watching the whales?
We've got, yeah, watching whales. Well, a few of them about today. That's the Duke group of islands where we just come from. And Stanage, I think it is. There's a little community over that way. And we're heading straight ahead there, obviously. Going to around that point and Cape Townsend and then down to Pearl Bay. Been quite a few whales around today, but much better conditions. It's due to go a bit calmer than this. Oh, Kylie's just checking out her portfolio. So I'll take you on a trip downstairs. We'll do a perimeter check, just make sure everything's good. Herbs are growing. That's Cookie's cat grass. She likes hoeing into that. These are our new doors that we put on the boat to stop the breeze coming down, and they work brilliantly. Still obviously got to finish it. That's our door stop. The thing I like about this boat, there's so many different spots you can sit, like up here. Get onto the decky, leaving the caps open. Better fix the flag. Have to get a new one. Look a bit ratty on the back of that one. And down this side. I think our door's shut on this side, it shouldn't be. There's Cookie. She was in bed. She must have got up. She usually hides under the blankets if she's not comfortable, but obviously she is comfortable. All going well. So far so good. It's been a great trip and it looks like getting better. Righto, doors are open. Don't want that wind resistance to slow us up. And back up to our new sunroom. We just like the old people sit in our sunroom while we're travelling. How's it going, Skip? Alright, we'll give you an update in another couple of hours when we go around Cape Townsend. It's a good day.
0.33%.
Well, welcome back. We're at the 36 nautical mile mark. What time is it? 2:30 in the afternoon. Got about an hour to go to Pearl Bay. We're just passing that headland there, which is the entrance to Island Head Creek. You might be able to see that sailing boat hidden in there now. There's about 10 or 11 boats in there, so it's pretty popular today. It's been a pretty good run today. Stopped to watch a few whales. It's been a bit slow. We've been averaging about 6 knots. We're on 7.2 now. So must be getting a bit tired. I think we're pushing tide most of the way. Cookie hasn't raced us up here on the flybridge today, so I've had to take the helm myself all day. Had a lovely roast lamb and gravy and salad sandwich today for lunch. Being Friday, we're going to have a hot meat roll, except it was cold.
Look at that salty, smell that.
Yeah, I can smell it.
Wow.
Anyway, we'll update you as we're pulling into Keppel Bay, which is a dead ahead down there.
Oh my god.
Should be in about 15:40 according to Ray.
It's sleepy already.
See you soon. Well, we've arrived. What time is it? 3:40 in the afternoon. Keppel Bay. Drop an anchor. Only 3 metres of water. We're at low tide. Quite a few boats here. About 12 I think we counted. Lovely little spot. So we're going to set up and put the floppers out. A bit of swell comes in through that gap in the islands. And have an anchor beer. So, thanks for your company today, and we'll see you on day 5. Well, welcome to day 5 here at Keppel Bay. Sun's already up. Another beautiful day, as you can see. Guy walking along the beach. Sun's up. There's a few boats left already actually. About 3 I think. Probably stay here for a week actually. Not much to do though. There's a sail just coming around the back of that island there. So we're going to head down to Great Keppel Island to plan this morning. We're just sort of going through the process. Well, I am. Kylie's still in bed, but she'll be up shortly. She's fed the cat, so that's one job done. Now she's doing her Wordle. Alright, well we'll get underway and we'll give you a shot as we're leaving the bay and then catch up during the course of the day. And away in anchor at last. Had a couple of cups of coffee each, so we're ready to go. Nice sandy bottom here. We've been blessed we haven't had any mud since early beach. .2 metres of water. Forecast today is for about 10 knots southwest. Happy dance, so that's good. Wife's in a good mood. Got to be a good start to the day. And I'll let that cat out. I think he's coming out, might be coming in. So it's supposed to be southwest, but I think the way the flag's pointing, it's more southeast this morning. Anyway, we'll see what the day brings. About a 7-hour run. Probably closer to 8, but anyway, depending on the conditions. I'm not sure what the tide is at the moment. Well, the tide's coming in, but I don't know what direction it pushes us. We seemed to get a little bit of a lift yesterday afternoon, so I imagine, and that was the tide running in the same direction. So let's hope so. It's a beautiful night here at Keppel Bay. Certainly don't hesitate coming in here. Alright, we'll give you a bit of an update in a couple of hours. Well, that was an interesting couple of hours coming down from Keppel Bay. The weather forecast probably didn't eventuate being exactly the way it was predicted. We were supposed to have 10 knots of southwesterly. We ended up with about 25 knots of southerly. But never mind, we're over the worst of it at the moment. We're just coming up to North Keppel Island over there, and Keppel Island in front of us. Now, if the forecast is to be believed, this wind that is coming from the south to southwest, which is supposed to be coming from the southeast, we're due to have 20 to 25 knots cut in from the, or come in from the south. So we're going to go around to Svensson's Beach, and we'll see how the swells are acting there, and make our mind up whether that's where we'll stay. We did consider going into the Marina for a couple of nights, but we've decided against it at this stage, but that might change yet. Alright, so I'll update you a little bit in another hour apparently, according to Ray, and we'll see how things are then. Oh, we're just dropping anchor here at Great Keppel Island. It's been, what, 47 nautical miles. Not the best conditions, but well, it's coming from the southwest at the moment, these breezes, which make sort of question of where to anchor a little bit difficult, but we should be quite fine here. It's supposedly going to swing around to the south tonight. We're pointing what, southwest to west now. There's a fair bit of west in this breeze, if not a westerly breeze. And yeah, but if it comes around to the south, we'll be pointing straight into the beach. So we're going to let plenty of anchor out and give this a shot. We might be here for a couple of days by the looks. Maybe head into the Marina. We'll see how it pans out here over the next 24 hours. But it's been a pretty good trip. We're here nice and safe. Had lunch ships behind North Keppel in the lee of that, which was quite nice. Leftover chicken from last night. So yeah, so ends day 5. See you in day 6. Good morning. Day 5 I think it is today. Not really sure, but anyway, we'll call it day 5 for the purpose of this exercise. We just had breakfast. We're here at Great Keppel Island on Leach Beach, I think it is, Leaks Beach. And blowing about, what have we got, 15 knots at the moment from the southeast, and we're going to head over to the Marina. We're going to put a little bit of fuel on, a couple of 100 litres, and then we're going to spend the night in the Marina. And Kylie's got to catch up with one of her Thermomix friends here in Yeppoon, and our plan is to head off tomorrow to either Cape Capricorn or down to Pancake Creek. We won't be doing the Narrows because the tides aren't right. We've got a low tide midday. Turn the button on now. Well, we've just left Leaks Beach here at Great Keppel Island. No dramas, weighing the anchor and getting the flopper stoppers up. It's a beautiful day here, but we have to do what we have to do, and we're heading back to Keppel Bay Marina to catch up with Ruth and have a look at the new Thermomix. I'll be washing the boat and doing some other chores, but Kylie will be out inspecting and assessing expensive cooking machines, for which I am the recipient of the product of their cooking. So hoping today to have pork backstrap. How's that going to be done,
I
Nala?
don't know, but pork belly will probably be roasted.
That'll do, alright. I'll go with a pork
We're having
belly.
a slow roasted pork belly. I was going to do miso roasted pork belly, but we had miso chicken the other night, so I might just do a
Bit repetitive, yeah.
do a fennel slow roasted pork belly with some greens.
Looking forward to that. Alright, we'll keep you updated. Well, day 6 I think it is. We've just left Keppel Bay Marina behind there. We've decided we'd head down to the Narrows and go through that way rather than round Curtis Island, because the swell, as you can see, is still rolling round the place, so we decided we'd make a 2-day trip of it, and we'll get down to the Narrows today, run through at high tide at about 4 o'clock this afternoon, and spend the night in Graham Creek. That's our plan at this stage anyway. We've got a buddy boat, a Grand Banks, coming down from Monkeys Beach at Keppel, and sort of buddy up with us to get through the Narrows and maybe head down a bit further, Pancake, possibly tomorrow. So yeah, not the best of conditions. Well, that was a bit of fun. Had about 1.5 metres of swell for about an hour and a half, I suppose. We're just coming up now to the northern entrance to the Narrows, and we've backed off a little bit actually. We're going, although we're still doing 6.8 knots, we're backed off to about 1400 revs, and we've got 3 hours to get up to the Ramsey crossing, or the start of the crossing, before we've got enough tide to cross. So we're just taking a slow trip up there. It's 11 o'clock now, or 12 o'clock, and we've got to wait till 3 o'clock. So we'll just drift down the passage to where we can cross at 3 o'clock. But not the worst either. Well, this is a very pleasant part of the trip, I must admit. We're going up the Narrows. We're a bit early for the tide. We can get up just around 3 o'clock this afternoon. So we're just back to an idle, and we're playing River Queen. I'm Humphrey Bogart, and Kylie's, who was the other girl?
Ingrid Bergman.
Yeah, oh, there you go.
African Queen.
Yeah, African Queen, that's it. And just putting along, we're down at idle, and just about 900 revs, and we're doing 4.6 knots. Looks like our buddy boat way in the distance there, probably waiting for the tide too. So we'll get down that far and probably drop anchor until 3 o'clock.
Get into 7-7.
So we'll update you then.
Alright, starting to head through the Narrows. We got Glenn and Annette behind us in the banks, and Norm bringing up the rear in Peggy Ann, and John driving and waving. So
I'm a dentist, I can't.
So we've got 3.2 metres here. We're at 3 o'clock. We should have perfect depth to go through. So
it's after 3 now, it's 10 past.
10 past 3, so we should be on good depth. I'm on depth watch as usual. Anywho, see you on the other side. I've come downstairs to put some bread in, and you don't realise how close you are to the mangroves. They're probably only 5-10 metres away max. It's pretty hairy through here. It's only down to about 0.2 at the moment, I think, or up to 0.2. 0.4. Rightio, it's nice and warm in here. Okay, there we have bread. I just need to slice it, slash it, or slap it, and chuck it in the oven. Back soon. So we're cruising through quite comfortably. 2.5, it's starting to drop. John referred to this as the butt clenching bit. Wasn't actually what he said, but I cleaned it up for TV. We've got our trackers still behind us. Bank Straight and Peggy Ann. And the sun.
So far we haven't hit bottom.
Shush. Well, if you don't pay attention to what you're doing. 1.3. She's fluctuating a bit, and it fluctuates even more on the screen of the GoPro, sorry. 2 point... It's going up.
Yeah, we're in a deep patch.
I know. Radio.
If you can call 2 metres deep.
Well, 3.5. Anywho. Cookie is, as usual, paying the greatest of attention to her passage. I've got bread baking downstairs for dinner. I prepped up lamb shanks with lots of veggies yesterday afternoon because I figured this was going to be a long day. And I was right. So we have dinner organised, actually dinner for a couple of nights because 2 lamb shanks and all the vegetables made 2 meals. So that's my riveting news for the day. It's getting a bit windy. If you look at that, you can actually see there is no water in there. Can't see it because we're strobing.
Well, it does dry out at low tide.
It does dry out at low tide, that's why it's called a cattle crossing. So they bring the cattle over to Curtis Island to graze, is that right?
Well, apparently, I don't know that I've seen any.
No, well there were tracks going over before, but they looked more like car tracks. So Curtis Island, we stayed at Cape Capricorn on the way up.
Yep.
So that's the tip of Curtis Island. So we did outside on the way up. We were going to do it again this trip, and despite the fact that it looks as magnificent in here, believe me, it was not that magnificent on the outside. So we took the sensible route and came up the inland, which meant we had to sit and wait for an hour or so for tide. And we picked up a couple of people to go buddy through with, which was kind of nice. I think Annette and Glenn are staying overnight tonight and tomorrow night and going to provision in Gladstone, and we're just going to head down to Pancake tomorrow, have pancakes for breakfast Wednesday morning. No idea what we're doing. It's all dependent on the weather, and God knows the bomb can't get it right at the moment because I was sadly mistaken again today. Down to 1.1. We've come through here on a lot less. That 1, 9, 8.
I've seen 0 in here a couple of times.
Yeah, that's not a comforting thought. It's kind of like a slalom ride. Ski to the left, ski to the right. Quite cool. You can tell we've come a bit south. The weather is considerably cooler than it was. So we're back into long pants and tracksuits. Not so decided to try and get away on our passage from Keppel to the Narrows this morning. She got a bit loose, so John had to tie her back on. It's not really that exciting. I'm going to go, because I don't reckon that we're actually going to get down, oh yeah, 0.9. Woo! I don't know that it's going to be too bad actually. 8. Let's get down to 5, I'll clench. Cookie won't. That green one up there is a bit of a test. 0.6 or 0.5. Very much stick to the right along here. Yeah, I know. We have one that is, we hope it's wrong, but it says 0.1. This one just said we've reached our minimum depth, which is 0.1, so yeehaw. Rightio. Oh, now we're in 0.
Shallow here, Glenn.
0.1.
How shallow is that?
I've got 0 on one depth center and 0.1 on the other.
And 0 on both now.
Now 0 on both.
I just mowed across the top.
Well, we seem to be.
Yeah, we are. John's just on the radio to Glen and Bank Straits behind us. Back to 0.1, 0.3.
0.3, we're laughing.
Yeah, it looks like there's a bit of a bank to your left side, or it looks like my map.
There certainly is.
Yeah, I'm pretty much just following our track from last year, so yeah, I don't know whether it's right or not, but we've never touched, so I can take it to be right.
Oh, we'll follow you, but we came down on beacon to beacon. Our madman wasn't working.
Beacon to beacon's an app, I
That was
think.
interesting.
It's a whole school navigation, definitely.
0.6 coming up. Hopefully, 0.7. That's my alarm to go and put the bread in the oven.
Go and take a picture of that if you want to.
Oh, it's down to 0 again. Bank on the right too. If you look at the, which you can't actually see, it's all green, which means we're on land. John really loves it when I put that right in his face. I'll think you a number.
Oh, finally arrived. It was about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It was a bad start, but a good finish. At Glenn and Ed are just over there. They're coming over for a happy hour. Norm's right there in the sun. Looks like he's heading to Gladstone. We're stopping here in Graham Creek for the night. So ends day 6. See you tomorrow.